evening. Thanks so much for joining us here for the news at 5. I'm Keisha Grant. We begin with an update on a case of animal cruelty in South Windsor. Police have now charged the owner of a dog that was abandoned in the woods, left tied to a tree last month. NBC Connecticut's Amanda Pitts has our top story.
Kobe was found at this wildlife sanctuary about 15 yards off of one of these walking paths. Now, nearly a month later, a woman has been charged for the crime, and police credit social media. Kobe, who now goes by Obi, is all smiles.
As of today, he's available for adoption.
If dogs are like real animals, why is it a crime to dump these things back in the wild where they come from? Why is that such a crime to place a dog that is found in the wild into the wild?
Option. The 5-year-old Pitbull mix is ready for his forever home now that his former owner.
And again, they always use the term forever home. Like, always. Forever home. Like, it's just clockwork. Forever home. Like it's the FOREVER. But sometimes, for dog nuts, they'll say FUREVER to be, funny. But it's always forever home. Like, why? And how can it be? This is funny. That's funny. Especially with bully breeds. Forever home. These things are always getting dumped out, always getting abandoned, always being returned. So these things really don't have a forever home. And when they, get this so-called forever home, what they do is then they attack people. And guess what? They get put down after. So these things really don't have a forever home. But I'll let them continue.
Her owner has been found and charged with cruelty to animals for leaving him like this back on April 22nd.
Everyone's seen the photograph.
I think the crime is, allowing that tree to suffer, being entangled with such a hideous, worthless mutt.
Of Kobe, attached to that tree branch, that jarred a lot of people, and we got call after call and email after email.
South Windsor police say it was that chatter online about this photo that led them to the suspect, 26-year-old Janiyah Bradford of Manchester.
We did an initial social media push to see if we...
So when the lady found the dog, let me guess, she called the police first. Why couldn't she assist the dog by herself? Why did she need to call the police to, get this dog? Why couldn't she put this dog in her car and bring it to whoever she needs to go? Why involve the police like that? That was just a question. Because since, pit bulls are very sweet dogs, they're very harmless dogs, why even get the police involved?
We could help identify the owner.
We were getting calls from Oklahoma, Arizona, the Carolinas. I mean, it hit everywhere.
And that helped us identify that owner, who ended up coming into the line.
I'm sorry. And like, if this was like a wild animal, another wild animal that was injured or whatever, or they found it or whatever, all of these people, they take these wild animals into their homes. They don't notify the police. They just take them home. They start calling them pets. They don't call animal control. They're not calling police about, bringing home a puma, bringing home a raccoon. They don't do that. So why are they calling the police for something so harmless like a pit bull? I don't get it.
The lobby the next day to speak with us regarding some information she had about how the dog ended up where it did.
Surveillance video from a neighbor tied it all together.
It kind of locked us into a timeline of when she had dropped the dog off, and we compared that to her initial story she gave us, and it certainly didn't match up.
Bradford told police she has a newborn in her family who's allergic to dogs. They urge anyone in that position to surrender the animal to a shelter.
If she did not have a newborn that was allergic to dogs, or maybe that's a lie or an excuse, I don't know. But let's say she really does have a newborn that's allergic to dogs, that wasn't allergic to dogs. Do you really think that this dog nut would be smart enough to bring this worthless mutt into their home with a newborn baby? Do you think that this person would be smart enough to bring a stray dog into their home, a harmless dog like this into their home with their newborn baby, with their child?
Shelter. Now Obi, with a clean bill of health, has dozens of people interested in adopting him. It's a happy ending for a happy boy that these officers...
God, they're so disgusting. Why do their mouths always have to be open? Like, why can't they just keep their disgusting mouths closed? Keep them closed. No real animal does this, have their mouth open all the time. It's only dogs. And it's probably because, again, they're brain damaged mutants. And it might have something to do with their breathing. They're so brain damaged. Their whole body is broken. It's they always have these health problems. So I think it may have something to do with the breathing, where their disgusting mouths always need to be open.
say doesn't happen often.
There's a lot of stories out there where the owners aren't found. We have a couple other cases going on right now which are similar, which we haven't had anybody come forward with it yet. It's kind of a rarity to have somebody come forward and admit to it.
Now, Bradford is out on a $5,000 bond. She's due in court in June. In South Windsor, Amanda Pitts.
Is it coincidence that her name is also Pitts? Amanda Pitts. But yet again, another one of these harmless dogs are found abandoned in the woods. How can that be? How can someone abandon such a harmless, useful, worthless mutt into the woods again? And it's always usually these bully breeds, because they are stacked to the brim at these shelters. They're stacked so much that they're willing to give these harmless dogs away for free. Imagine that. Imagine something wanted so much, something that is essential like these pit bulls. Instead of, making bank from them, they are giving them away for free. That's crazy. But anyways, Gore the Dog Butcher, another worthless mutts. It is okay to hate dogs.